On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Atmospheric.
Pertaining to or located in the Earth's atmosphere.
Examples:
Doubling of atmospheric carbon dioxide. Atmospheric pressure. The sea surface temperature and atmospheric circulation are inextricably linked.
Technological.
Based on scientific and industrial progress.
Examples:
Technological advancement. Technological policy. Technological advances have disrupted many industries.
Conservative.
Holding traditional views and values and opposed to change or innovation.
Examples:
A conservative society. Conservative about production. He always makes a conservative estimation when predicting future sales.
Statistics.
The discipline that concerns the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data.
Examples:
Statistics for cancer. Official statistics. The statistics demonstrate that poverty and unemployment are genuine problems.
Colleague.
One of a group of a coworker, especially in a profession or a business.
Examples:
Collaborate with colleagues. Former colleague. I decided to seek counseling on the advice of my colleague.
Undergraduate.
A student who is studying for their first degree at a university or other higher education institution.
Examples:
Engineering undergraduate. Undergraduate course. The class was composed of both undergraduate and graduate students.
Geology.
A science that deals with the history of the Earth as recorded in rocks.
Examples:
Bureau of Geology. Local geology. He was a visiting geology professor at the University of Tokyo.
Cavern.
A large, natural underground space.
Examples:
A yawning cavern. Cavern tour. The explorer discovered a large cavern deep underground.
Carbon.
A chemical element that can be found in pure form as diamond or graphite, and it is also an essential part of coal and oil and is found in all plants and animals.
Examples:
Carbon dioxide. Carbon emission. Trees absorb carbon dioxide and give off oxygen.
Cycle.
An interval during which a recurring sequence of events occurs, a bicycle or motorcycle.
Examples:
The cycle of the seasons. Go to the workplace by cycle. The food chain causes a material cycle.
Slump.
To fall or sink suddenly, often due to loss of support or stability, to decline or decrease abruptly, as in business or economic conditions, to become despondent or dispirited. Noun, a sudden or prolonged decline or drop in value, price, or quality.
Examples:
Slump against pillows. Economic slump. Sales of the product slumped after the negative reviews were published.
Doze.
To sleep lightly or for a short period of time.
Examples:
Doze over a book. Doze in the sun. He dozed off in his chair while watching TV.
Encouraging.
Giving hope, confidence, or support, inspiring.
Examples:
Encouraging approval. Encouraging sign. The test results were encouraging and showed improvement.
Democracy.
A form of government in which the people have the authority to deliberate and decide legislation, or to choose governing officials to do so.
Examples:
Democracy advocate. Principles of democracy. Democracy often entails inclusive capitalism as well.
Baptize.
To make someone officially a member of the Christian church by baptism, equals a form of Christian ritual purification.
Examples:
Baptize a baby. Baptize with water. The priest baptized my father on his deathbed.
Increasingly.
More and more.
Examples:
Increasingly become common. Face increasingly complicated challenges. Our company found it increasingly difficult to keep up with the competition.
Predict.
To state beforehand that something will happen in the future, mainly based on knowledge or experience.
Examples:
Predict the future. Predict when she will arrive. It's notoriously challenging to predict birth rates.
Climate.
The weather in a particular location averaged over some long period.
Examples:
A cold climate. Effects of climate change. Climate and weather have an impact on every part of our lifestyles.
Responsible.
Answerable or accountable for something within one's power, control, or management.
Examples:
Responsible action. Responsible for customer service. She's a responsible pet owner who ensures her dog gets enough exercise and a healthy diet.
Spectrum.
An ordered array of colors into which a light beam can be split.
Examples:
A broad spectrum of opinion. Infrared spectrum. This device displayed the speech spectrum spectrographically.
Dough.
A mature female of mammals of which the male is called a buck, such as a deer or a rabbit.
Examples:
Doe rabbit. Buck and doe. Hunters use a whistle that makes the doe sound to lure stags.
Thermometer.
A device used to measure temperature, typically consisting of a glass or plastic tube containing a column of liquid, such as mercury, that rises and falls with changes in temperature.
Examples:
Digital thermometer. Clinical thermometer. My mother always used a mercury thermometer to check our temperature when we were sick.
Liberal.
Willing to respect or allow many different types of beliefs or behavior, open-minded.
Examples:
A liberal arts college. Under liberal conditions. He is liberal in his thoughts.
Planet.
Any of the 9 large celestial bodies that circle in the solar system, any celestial body that revolves around a star.
Examples:
Planet like the Earth. Save the planet. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun.
Wean.
To gradually stop feeding a baby or young animal with its mother's milk and to start or accustom to eating other food.
Examples:
Wean a person from a bad habit. Wean my baby from the breast. It's difficult to wean an addict off drugs once they're hooked.
Fossil.
Any preserved remains, impression, or trace of any once living thing that has become hard and turned into rock.
Examples:
Burning of fossil fuels. A fossil leaf. It was the fossil of a dinosaur tooth.
Fuel.
A substance that is typically burned to generate heat or energy.
Examples:
Biomass fuel. Smokeless fuel. The manufacturing sector was most severely impacted by the fuel scarcity.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples:
Government bureaucracy. Government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Excuse.
A reason or explanation, either true or invented, given to justify a fault or defend your behavior. Verb, to make someone free from blame or clear from guilt.
Examples:
Excuse for inaction. Perfect excuse. He quickly fabricated an excuse for not attending the meeting.
Disrupt.
To prevent or stop something, especially an event, activity, or process, from continuing in the usual way by causing a problem or disturbance.
Examples:
Disrupt a well-ordered condition. Disrupt sleep. I'm so sorry to disrupt you when you're pretty busy.
Argument.
A set of statements or reasons used to support or refute a proposition or theory, a verbal or physical fight or dispute.
Examples.
A blazing argument. The argument against capital punishment. The argument between the two sides over the proposed policy was heated.
Ideology.
A set of beliefs or philosophies that an economic or political system is based on.
Examples.
The ideology of the left. Political ideology. Racial equality is an integral part of democratic ideology.
Identity.
The fact of being who or what somebody or something is, the features, emotions, or ideas that distinguish persons from one another.
Examples.
Mistaken identity. Identity as an individual. The terrorist's identity remains unknown.
Pundit.
An expert, authority, or knowledgeable commentator who frequently expresses opinions or gives analysis on a particular subject or issue.
Examples.
Conservative pundit. Sports pundit. The political pundit provided analysis and commentary on the latest election results.
Politician.
A person who is a member of a government or lawmaking organization, especially as an elected member of parliament, etc.
Examples.
A politician in the ruling party. A corrupt politician. The politician lost his position in the end due to the scandal.
Myth.
An ancient story or set of stories accepted as history, especially explaining the worldview of a people.
Examples.
The myth of an old religion. Perpetuate a myth. With the financial bubble bursting, the myth of economic growth in investment banking collapsed.
Communicate.
To share or exchange information with others by speaking, writing, moving your body, or using other signals.
Examples.
Communicate his anxieties to the psychiatrist. Communicate well with my advisor. Dolphins use sound to communicate with each other.
Poll.
An inquiry into public opinion conducted by interviewing a random sample of people, the process of voting at an election.
Examples.
A pre-election poll. Public opinion polls. Several polls show a decline in the president's approval rating.
Rub.
To move one's hand or an object over the surface of something with pressure.
Examples.
Rub shoulders. Rub a glass window. She rubbed the sore spot on her leg to ease the pain.
Quarter.
One of 4 equal parts, a fourth part or portion.
Examples.
A quarter mile. End of the first quarter. The unemployment rate in the first quarter was 2.3 percentage points higher than in the previous.
Vicious.
Having or showing a desire to cause harm to others, having the nature of vice.
Examples:
Vicious attack. Vicious deflationary spiral. The vicious dog barked and growled at anyone who came near its territory.
Precipitation.
Moisture that condenses from the atmosphere and falls to the earth in the form of rain, snow, sleet, or hail, an unexpected acceleration or hastening.
Examples:
Precipitation pattern. The annual precipitation. The precipitation forecast for the weekend is for heavy rain.
Frequent.
Happening constantly.
Examples:
Frequent absence. Frequent use. His heartaches are less frequent now.
Hurricane.
A violent, tropical, cyclonic storm of the western North Atlantic, having wind speeds of or over 64 knots, 74 miles per hour.
Examples:
A hurricane of applause. The ravages of a hurricane. The devastating hurricane caused widespread damage and left many people homeless.
Intense.
Especially of a feeling, very strong, extremely sharp or severe.
Examples:
Intense heat. Develop intense itching. That statement by the Prime Minister drew intense international criticism.
Release.
To set free or allow to escape from confinement.
Examples:
Release a prisoner. Release CO2 into the air. The animal rights group worked to release the dolphins back into the wild.
Doom.
Death, destruction, or some other terrible situation that cannot be avoided.
Examples:
Economic doom. Prophet of doom. Everyone was aware of the impending doom, but was unable to prevent it.
Suppose.
To think that something is likely to be actual or possible.
Examples:
Suppose you're right. Suppose beforehand. What do you suppose the culprit's motive was?
Radiate.
To spread out or emit something, such as light or heat, in all directions.
Examples:
Radiate an aura. Radiate in all directions. Roads radiate from the famous building in the center of the city.
Parameterize.
To describe or represent something as a parameter, equals a numerical or measurable factor that defines a system and determines its performance, or parameters.
Examples:
Parameterize the utility function. Parameterize the complex system. All climate models apply the same physical laws, but the outcomes vary because they parameterize phenomena like cloud formation differently.
Discovery.
The act or process of finding information, a place, or an object, or learning about something that was previously not known.
Examples:
A scientific discovery. The great discovery of the century. Her research team made an important discovery.
Coal.
A combustible black or brownish-black sedimentary rock that is found below the ground and burnt to produce heat.
Examples:
A coal-fired ship. Construction of new coal plants. We combust coal and other fossil fuels to generate electricity.
Trap.
A piece of equipment or hole for catching animals or people. Verb, to catch animals or people and prevent them from escaping.
Examples:
Set a trap. Trap an animal. The enemy fell right into the trap.
Wrap.
To cover or enclose something entirely with paper, cloth, or other material.
Examples:
Wrap a fish in foil. Wrap up a meeting. Wrap the bandage tightly around the injured arm.
Blanket.
A large piece of soft material used to cover or wrap a person or thing to keep them warm. Adjective, broad in scope or content.
Examples:
Blanket authority. Blanket scarf. The electric blanket keeps me warm on cold nights.
Warn.
To make someone aware of potential danger or difficulty, particularly one that may occur in the future.
Examples:
Warn a reckless driver. Warned me of the plan. I attempted to warn him, but he ignored me.
President.
The leader of a republic, for example, the U.S., the person in charge of the organization, such as a company, university, club, etc.
Examples:
President Emeritus. Vice President for Finance. The club president does not have absolute power.
Reject.
To refuse to accept, consider, or use something or someone.
Examples:
Reject the proposal. Reject all imperfect merchandise. The company rejected the job candidate's application due to a lack of experience.
Argue.
To express differing opinions or points of view, often in a heated or contentious manner, to present a case or reasoning to persuade or convince others.
Examples:
Argue a case. Argue passionately. The couple began to argue over which restaurant to go to for dinner.
Trench.
A long, deep ditch made in the ground, usually parallel to a plate boundary and marking a subduction zone. a long ditch built in the ground for carrying away water.
Examples:
Deep sea trench. Trench excavator. A trench was being dug alongside the road by workers.
Genuine.
Real and exactly, not pretended, sincerely felt or expressed.
Examples:
A genuine article. Show genuine regret. Is this painting genuine or forged?
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Outdo.
To do better than someone, to surpass.
Examples:
Outdo him in trickery. Outdo the competition. He tried to outdo his rival by breaking the world record.
Hike.
A long walk or journey, especially for pleasure or exercise, an increase in cost.
Examples:
Go on a hike. A hike in prices. The family decided to hike in the mountains to enjoy the beautiful scenery.
Hunt.
To go after and try to catch wild animals to kill them for food, sport, or profit.
Examples:
Hunt a job. Hunt after knowledge. Hounds hunt their prey by using their keen scent.
Economy.
The system by which a country or region produces, manages, and distributes goods and services, including the money and finances involved in these activities, of an airline, the lowest priced, most basic option for seating in commercial travel.
Examples:
Economy of scale. Economy class. The economy of the country is struggling due to the recent political instability.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples:
Nation state. A seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Faith.
Complete trust in something or someone's ability or knowledge, a strong belief in religion, divine power, etc.
Examples:
Religious faith. Faith in government. He kept his robust faith in his company.
Christ.
The man that Christians believe is the prophet and the Son of God, and whose life and sermons form the basis for Christianity.
Examples:
Teaching of Christ. Before Christ. Christmas is the day to celebrate the birth of Christ.
Incredible.
Unbelievable, extremely large.
Examples:
incredible amount, at incredible speed. Her response revealed incredible idiocy.
Fortunate.
Having good luck or lucky.
Examples:
fortunate situation, less fortunate person. He was pretty fortunate to pass the exam.
Suffer.
To experience pain, distress, or hardship, to undergo or endure something painful or unpleasant.
Examples:
suffer a setback, suffer bad grades. The older man suffers from arthritis and finds it difficult to move around.
Poverty.
The condition of being extremely poor.
Examples:
poverty alleviation, the cycle of poverty. Many studies have investigated the relationship between poverty and academic achievement.
Disease.
A disorder or illness that affects the body or mind, often characterized by specific symptoms or abnormal functioning of organs or systems.
Examples:
disease prevention, disease control. The doctor diagnosed him with a rare disease that had no known cure.
Conversation.
An informal talk between two or more people to exchange their views, ideas, information, etc.
Examples:
conversation in English, a friendly conversation. Your conversation reflects your thoughts.
Tick.
A light, sharp, repetitive sound or action, a mark indicating that something is correct or has been done. Any of two families of small parasitic arachnids with barbed proboscis.
Examples:
tick of the clock, tick fever. I always put a tick mark next to the items on my grocery list after buying them.
Dot.
A very small circular mark, especially one that is printed.
Examples:
connecting the dots. Dot blot method. The wallpaper had a pattern of pink dots on a white surface.
Scarce.
Not abundant or plentiful, and therefore not easy to find or obtain.
Examples:
scarce resources. Capital scarce country. Fresh water is becoming increasingly scarce in many parts of the world.
Avail.
To help or benefit, to use or take advantage of.
Examples:
avail you little. Avail ourselves of this opportunity. Their financing options are reasonable and easy to avail.
Military.
Relating to or characteristic of members of the armed forces, of or relating to war or warfare.
Examples:
a military operation. A military leader. The military academy was known for its strict discipline and training.
Threat.
A strong indication or likelihood of harm, danger, or adverse consequences. An expression of intent to inflict harm or injury on someone or something, often made as a means of coercion or intimidation.
Examples:
Economic threat, environmental threat. The threat of severe weather prompted the city to issue an evacuation warning.
Multiply.
To add a number to itself a specified number of times, to increase or cause to increase very much in number or quantity.
Examples:
Multiply 5 and 6. Multiply about 100-fold. Multiply a number by itself twice.
Crisis.
A time of great disagreement, confusion, or danger when problems must be resolved or critical decisions must be taken.
Examples:
Financial crisis, crisis management. The Chinese word for crisis comprises two characters, one for danger and the other for opportunity.
Refugee.
A displaced person who has crossed national borders and who cannot or is unwilling to return home due to political, religious, or economic reasons or because of a war.
Examples:
Global refugee crisis. The refugee camp. The community warmly welcomed the refugees.
Exacerbate.
To make a situation, problem, or feeling worse.
Examples:
Exacerbate the situation. Exacerbate symptoms. The heat wave exacerbated the drought conditions.
Rot.
To decay, or cause something to decay, naturally and gradually.
Examples:
Begin to rot. Rot with age. Please refrigerate the meat, or it will rot.
Rotary.
Relating to, revolving around, or characterized by rotation or revolving motion.
Examples:
Rotary motion. Rotary tool. The rotary engine is known for its smooth and efficient operation.
Giant.
Extremely big, much bigger or more important than similar items usually are.
Examples:
Giant trees. Giant tech company. The giant jets that gradually dominate the world's airlines.
Banner.
A long strip of cloth or paper bearing a symbol, logo, slogan, or another message, especially carried in a demonstration or procession or hung in a public place, a form of the online advertisement appearing on a web page.
Examples:
The Star-Spangled Banner. Banner advertising. They unfurled the banners in preparation for the ceremony.
Absolutely.
Without restriction or limitation, completely or utterly.
Examples:
Absolutely against. Absolutely obsessed with the girl. I am absolutely opposed to his idea because of morality.
Unfair.
Not giving equal treatment or opportunities to people involved, marked by injustice, partiality, or deception.
Examples:
Unfair employment practices. Have an unfair advantage. In a democracy, it is necessary to monitor the judiciary to see if it is making unfair decisions.
Contribute.
To give something, especially money or goods, to provide or achieve something together with other people.
Examples:
Contribute a large sum of money to the fund. Contribute to society. Government workers cannot contribute to political campaigns.
Brunt.
The force or impact of something, often used to describe the full force of an attack or criticism.
Examples:
Bear the brunt. The brunt of criticism. The brunt of the storm hit the coastal towns the hardest.
Beneficial.
Helpful, useful, or sound, promoting or enhancing well-being.
Examples:
A beneficial result. Beneficial to all countries. Laughing is beneficial to our health.
Goodwill.
A friendly or cooperative attitude or feeling between people, businesses, or nations, the reputation or value that a business, organization, or brand has in the community.
Examples:
Goodwill gesture. Goodwill ambassador. The CEO's goodwill toward employees was apparent when he thanked every one of them.
Reorganize.
To change to a more sufficient or suitable form of organization.
Examples:
Reorganize a department. Reorganize his debts. The new CEO was appointed to reorganize their business.
Business person.
A person who is engaged in business, typically as an owner or executive.
Examples:
A young businessperson. Businessperson network. He was a successful businessperson and had much experience in the field.
Bemused.
Having a feeling of being amused and puzzled at the same time, often because of something unexpected.
Examples:
Bemused expression. Bemused audience. He was bemused by the strange turn of events.
Fellow.
Someone who has the same job or interests as you, or is in the same class, profession, or situation as you.
Examples:
Junior fellow. Nice fellow. He is the kind of fellow who only works for his success.
Church.
A building or institution dedicated to religious worship or activities, a Christian religious organization or denomination.
Examples:
Church bell. Small church. The church on the corner is hosting a free community meal tonight.
Traction.
The action or ability to pull something along a surface without sliding.
Examples:
Increased traction on ice. Electronic traction. His leg was in traction for weeks after the accident.
Denomination.
A religious group or branch, usually including many local churches, a value or size of a banknote, coin, or postage stamp.
Examples:
A religious denomination. Notes of small denomination. He flashed a fistful of large denomination bills.
Attend.
To be present at an event, to go to a place.
Examples:
Attend a meeting. Attend service. We must attend to this matter.
Atheist.
A person who does not believe in the existence of a god or gods.
Examples:
Atheist community. Professed atheist. She was an atheist and did not believe in any form of religion.
Involve.
To include or affect someone or something as a necessary part of something else.
Examples:
Involve a lot of paperwork. Involve a high degree of risk. The investigation involves several government agencies and is expected to take several months.
Identify.
To recognize someone or something and say or prove who or what they are.
Examples:
Identify handwriting. Identify gene sequences. I will introduce you to how to identify the leading causes of the malfunction.
Flood.
A large amount of water flowing beyond its normal limits, an overwhelming number or amount.
Examples:
Flood advisory. A flood of questions. These heavy rains caused flash floods on several islands.
Wildfire.
A large, uncontrolled fire that spreads quickly through a natural area, such as a forest, grassland, or mountain slope.
Examples:
Wildfire spread. Arson caused wildfire. The wildfire destroyed hundreds of homes and forced thousands of people to evacuate.
Locate.
To specify or determine the exact position of someone or something.
Examples:
Locate a missing pet. Locate a tumor. The robot can accurately locate construction material.
Gulf.
A large ocean inlet or deep bay that is partially enclosed by land.
Examples:
Gulf War. Gulf Stream. The Gulf of Mexico is a body of water in the southern United States.
Typhoon.
A tropical storm with strong winds and heavy rain, typically occurring in the western Pacific Ocean.
Examples:
Super typhoon. Typhoon season. Many families were forced to evacuate their homes due to the typhoon's severity.
Cyclone.
A violent, rotating windstorm that forms over tropical waters and can cause extensive damage to coastal regions, also known as a hurricane or typhoon, depending on the region in which it occurs.
Examples:
Cyclone warning. Devastating cyclone. The cyclone's strong winds and rough seas severely impacted the fishing industry.
Drought.
A long period of time during which there is very little or no rain, leading to a shortage of water and often causing damage to crops and other vegetation.
Examples:
Periods of drought. Drought conditions. The region has been experiencing a severe drought, leading to water shortages and crop failures.
Severe.
Extremely serious or bad in feeling, manner, or strict and harsh, extremely strong or vigorous.
Examples:
Severe heat. A severe case of pneumonia. The senator received severe criticism from his opponent.
Scare.
To frighten a person or animal, or to become frightened.
Examples:
Scare off her attacker by screaming. Scare the birds away. We hit the ground to scare out the rabbits.
Pants.
An item of clothing that covers the lower part of the body and each leg separately, typically with a waistband and two legs.
Examples:
Woolly pants. Pajama pants. I always wear pants when I go outside, even in the summer.
Motivate.
To make someone want to do something, especially something that requires tremendous work and effort.
Examples:
Motivate the students. All ability to motivate. The ability to motivate people is a priceless asset.
Sustained.
Lasting for a long time or continuing for a long time without becoming weaker or less intense.
Examples:
Sustained economic growth. Sustained release medication. The company experienced sustained growth over the past decade.
Recognize.
To acknowledge or realize something or someone, to identify, remember, or become aware of something that was previously known or encountered.
Examples:
Recognize talent. Recognize achievement. It's important to recognize your strengths and weaknesses.
Stake.
A share or financial investment in something such as a business, a wooden or metal post set up to mark something.
Examples:
Execution by burning at a stake. By the company's stake. The stake of the company is too high nowadays.
Vision.
The ability to think about or see the future with imagination and intelligence, the faculty of being able to see.
Examples:
A prodigious vision. Telescopic vision. Driving is difficult for me because of my poor vision.
Abundant.
Present in great quantity.
Examples:
Live an abundant life. An abundant supply of water. The country has abundant oil and natural gas resources.
Stable.
Firm and steady, not easily moved, disturbed, or changed.
Examples:
In stable condition. Have a stable job. Relations between the two countries have been relatively stable due to the summit meeting.
Practical.
Of or connected with actual use or real situation rather than with theory and ideas.
Examples:
Practical English. Gain practical experience. Her concept is highly practical and helpful.
Viable.
Capable of being done as intended, able to succeed.
Examples:
Achieve a viable relationship. Develop a viable therapy. Male gorillas with good drumming skills are more viable.
Attractive.
Immensely appealing in look or sound, having characteristics or qualities that make something appealing and valuable.
Examples:
Attractive men. Attractive opportunity. The growth of the sharing economy is attractive for tech companies.
Bullet.
A metal projectile that is shot from a gun.
Examples:
Bullet wound. Bullet train. The stray bullet went through the window and hit the wall.
Buck.
A male deer, a unit of currency, especially the US dollar, a sudden jolt or movement, a young man, verb, to resist or oppose something, such as an authority, trend, or convention.
Examples:
Buck the trend. Extra buck. I spotted a majestic buck with large antlers standing at the forest's edge.
Footprint.
A mark of a foot, shoe, or animal's foot left on a surface.
Examples:
Footprints in the snow. The footprints of an earlier civilization. We choose transportation that has a smaller carbon footprint.
Bulb.
A rounded underground storage organ of some plants from which the plant grows, the rounded part of a cylindrical structure. Electric lamp consisting of a glass ball.
Examples:
Wet bulb thermometer. A lily bulb. The light bulb has burned out.
Shingle.
A thin piece of wood, slate, or other material used as a roof covering or siding.
Examples:
Asphalt shingle. Wooden shingle. The roofer installed new shingles on the roof to replace the old and worn-out ones.
Fridge.
A piece of electrical equipment in which food can be stored at low temperatures so that it stays fresh.
Examples:
Fridge magnet. Fill the fridge. She left the fridge door open inadvertently.
Chain.
A series of connected links or objects, a system or group of interconnected elements, a restraint or shackle.
Examples:
Chain reaction. Supply chain. The chain on my bike broke, leaving me stranded.
Irony.
The expression of one's meaning by using language that usually signifies the opposite, typically for humorous or rhetorical effect.
Examples:
Bitter irony. Irony humor. The irony of the situation is that he won the lottery on the day he lost his job.
Invitation.
A spoken or written request to participate or be present or take part in something.
Examples:
A letter of invitation. Invitation of foreign investment. I will be very happy to accept your invitation.
Critic.
Someone who expresses opinions about the quality of books, music, etc.
Examples:
Art critic. Severe critic. Advocates for legal reform hear less harsh words from their critics.
Mass.
A large amount of a substance with no definite shape or form, a large number of people or things grouped or crowded together.
Examples:
A mass of molten rock. Critical mass. The mass of people who do not own property is politically impotent.
Minimize.
To make something, especially something bad, small or less serious.
Examples:
Minimize a loss. Way to minimize conflict. I bought a gadget before my trip to help minimize stress during the flight.
Transit.
The act or process of passing through or across a place or state, transportation.
Examples:
A transit visa. Mass transit. Public transit is an essential service for many cities.
Emission.
The act of production or sending out gas, heat, light, etc.
Examples:
Global emissions of greenhouse gases. The emission of light. There are 5 distinct emissions at 5 unique wavelengths.
Industrious.
Hardworking, diligent, and persistent in effort.
Examples:
Industrious worker. Industrious student. He was known to be very industrious and would often work late into the night.
Electrify.
To make a machine or system work by using electricity, to make someone extremely enthusiastic about or interested in something.
Examples:
Electrify the audience. Electrify a manufacturing process. The product developed through years of research continues to electrify the market.
Renewable.
Capable of being renewed, extended, or replaced.
Examples:
Renewable energy. Renewable subscriptions. The production of renewable fuels requires massive volumes of fresh water.
Fort.
A military structure designed to be defended from attack.
Examples:
An isolated fort. Fort gate. The stone fort was built to protect the city from invading forces.
Hood.
A covering for the head and neck, especially one attached to a garment.
Examples:
Hood ornament. A silk hood. He pulled his waterproof hood up to protect himself from the rain.
Taxpayer.
A person who pays taxes to the government.
Examples:
Taxpayer money. Delinquent taxpayer. As a taxpayer, he felt his money was wasted on unnecessary government projects.
Sub-Saharan.
Of or relating to or situated in the area south of the Sahara Desert.
Examples:
Sub-Saharan Africa. Sub-Saharan countries. The coffee producers in sub-Saharan countries are at the sharp end of fluctuations in price.
Kerosene.
A flammable, colorless, or pale yellow liquid derived from the distillation of petroleum, used as a fuel for lamps, stoves, and heaters.
Examples:
Kerosene stove. Burning kerosene. The lamp in the cabin burned kerosene for light.
Investor.
Someone who puts money or capital into something to gain financial returns.
Examples:
Investor lawsuit. A real estate investor. Institutional investors refrained from buying stocks amid the booming economy.
Non-profit.
Not established for commercial profit.
Examples:
A non-profit organization. Non-profit agency. Our law firm also focuses on nonprofit activities.
Corporation.
A large company or group of companies that are controlled together by law as a single unit.
Examples:
A public corporation. Corporation assets. 4 companies were amalgamated into a single corporation.
Innovative.
Introducing or using new methods, ideas, etc.
Examples:
Use of innovative technology. Stylistically innovative works. The Prime Minister stressed the need to create innovative industries.
Finance.
The management of money, credit, banking, and investments, especially by a government or commercial organization, the branch of economics that studies the management of money and other assets.
Examples:
Finance Act. Manage my finances. Our company decided to hire an advisor who specializes in finance.
Scheme.
An organized and often large-scale plan or arrangement for doing something.
Examples:
A pilot scheme. Draw out a scheme. They carefully executed the well-planned scheme they had prepared over the years.
Pay-as-you-go.
Also known as a pay-as-you-use or pay-per-use, describing a payment model or system in which users pay for goods or services as they are consumed, rather than paying for an entire service or product up front.
Examples:
Pay-as-you-go basis. Pay-as-you-go service. I prefer to use pay-as-you-go cell phone plans to control my monthly expenses.
Increment.
A regular increase in the amount of something, such as money, a process of becoming larger, longer, or more important.
Examples:
Steady incremental growth. Small increments. The bid increment for this auction is $100.
Distribute.
To give something to a large number of individuals, or to spread or furnish something.
Examples:
Distribute wealth evenly. Distribute video content. His estate was distributed to his sons.
Estimate.
To guess or calculate the cost, the size, value, etc. of something.
Examples:
Estimate of fair value. Estimate this chicken to weigh 3 pounds. We estimated the season's total trade deficit at $50 billion.
Essential.
Indispensable, fundamental.
Examples:
Essential amino acid. Essential commodities of life. Trial and error is an essential part of education.
Invest.
To put money, effort, time, etc. into something to make a profit or achieve a result. Invest in stocks. Invest capital. The government should view children as national assets and actively invest in them.
Panel.
A square or rectangular and flat piece of something that forms a distinct section or component of something, a small group of specialists who discuss particular topics or give their advice or opinion about something.
Examples:
Panel discussion. Cost of solar panels. A panel of economic advisors from the United States visited the country to help rebuild its economy.
Replace.
To take the place of something.
Examples:
Replace one word with another. Replace a phone. Eventually, the new design will replace all older models.
Incandescent.
Emitting light as a result of being heated, shining brightly, passionate or enthusiastic.
Examples:
Incandescent emotion. Incandescent personality. The incandescent lights in the room created a warm and inviting atmosphere.
Decarbonize.
To stop or reduce emitting carbon gases, especially carbon dioxide, by replacing energy made from fossil fuels with renewable energy.
Examples:
Decarbonize their manufacturing process. Decarbonize its energy system. We have to seek methods to decarbonize its fossil fuel economy.
Fleet.
A group of military ships, aircraft, etc., operating together under the same ownership. Adjective, moving very fast.
Examples:
Fleet of foot. A fleet horse. We destroyed a fleet of 70 enemy ships.
Industrialize.
To organize the production of something into an industry.
Examples:
Industrialized service. Industrialized textile production. The nations of Southeast Asia will quickly industrialize and catch up with the West.
Rely.
To require a certain thing or the assistance and support of someone or something in order to continue, run properly, or succeed.
Examples:
Rely on convenience stores. Rely entirely on him. Babies heavily rely on others for food.
Primarily.
Mainly.
Examples:
Intended primarily for young people. Primarily affect adults. All peaceful cooperation is based primarily on mutual trust.
Boulder.
A large, smooth rock, typically one that has been worn away from a cliff or mountain by erosion.
Examples:
Boulder field. Lava boulder. The hikers had to climb over a boulder that was blocking their path. To To move in a particular direction by turning over and over or from side to side.
Examples:
Roll a ball. Roll down his cheeks. He was exhausted and rolled into bed as soon as he got home.
Daunting.
Looking challenging to manage and prospect, making someone anxious and less confident about carrying out something.
Examples:
Face the daunting reality. Seem like a daunting task. My homework was daunting and complex, but it was also intriguing.
Despair.
The feeling that there is no hope and you cannot do anything to improve a difficult situation.
Examples:
Despair at the future. Untold despair. His friend's death drove him to despair.
Inspire.
To make somebody feel with a desire, confidence, or enthusiasm, especially to do something creative.
Examples:
Inspire a feeling of curiosity. Inspire him to write a novel. The unique style of this martial arts inspired many action film producers.